Hello and welcome. My name is Darnell Self. I'm the Principal Network Advisor with Legal Shield. And today I want to congratulate you on starting your own Legal Shield business. And if you're anything like me, you'll be excited because today can potentially be the first day of the best days of the rest of your life. And today I'd like to share with you the first step. The first step is a guide to help you along the way in your Legal Shield business. And the first step document is actually broken up into 4 parts. So today we'll talk about your reason why. The reason why you've decided to join Legal Shield. This will help you to stay focused along the way as you build your Legal Shield business. Number 2, we'll talk about creating a list. This database can potentially pay you for decades to come. And then number 3, we'll talk about launching your business. There is a difference between preparing to take a casual walk around your neighborhood versus launching a rocket into orbit. And today we'll give you instructions on how to take your Legal Shield business to whatever heights you decide. And then lastly, we'll talk about getting connected and staying plugged in to your Legal Shield business. I once heard it said this way: it's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. So let's get started with your reason why. So let me ask you a question. If you had all the money in the world and all the time in the world, what would you do tomorrow? Perhaps you'd buy a new home in a better neighborhood, or send your kids to a different school, or maybe you'd send your parents around the world to thank them for all the sacrifices that they've made, or maybe you'd move closer to your grandkids so you can see them more often. Or if you're anything like me and you're a giver, maybe you'd start a charity or a nonprofit to give back to the less fortunate. Now, you can have several reasons why you started your Legal Shield business. I had several. In fact, one of my reasons was to get back at a bill collector that was extremely disrespectful and rude to me. Her name was Bernadette, and I'll never forget it. In fact, she said these words: "You can't love your kids or you'd pay your bills on time." And I couldn't believe it. I love my kids. I had 2 at the time. We have 4 today. And I said, "I do love my kids." She says, "Well, when can I expect payment?" I said, "I'm not sure. I don't know when my next check is coming in." She says, "Why not?" I said, "Because I don't have a job. I'm working on my business. I'm building my dream." She says, "You need to build a reality and get a job." I couldn't believe it. And so I hung up. Before I did that, however, I said, "What's your name?" She says, "Bernadette." And so I put Bernadette all around my house. In fact, I put her name on my mirror where I brush my teeth so I could be focused on that day. I put it on my refrigerator because I love to eat. I put it on my sun visor for my car. Well, actually, it wasn't my car. It was my dad's car. My car had been taken when I started my Legal Shield business. Repossessed. I like to say taken, but I know who took it. But the point is that I had Bernadette all around the house to drive me, to remind me to make those phone calls to my prospects. In fact, when I got started with Legal Shield, ladies and gentlemen, I was afraid to pick up the phone. But the fear of Bernadette being right about me was outweighed by the fear of me making those calls. And so I made the calls. And so the point is that I became moderately successful with Legal Shield. And when I became successful with Legal Shield, it was a family affair. We took Bernadette's name from around the house and we called that number. And it rang and a gentleman picked up the phone and I said, "Is Bernadette there?" He says, "No, Bernadette works here." I said, "No," because I wanted to call her and say, thank you for motivating me. As rude as she was, she motivated me to do something, to stay focused in discouraging times of my business. I wanted to prove Bernadette wrong. So I'm asking that you identify that reason why you started Legal Shield. Perhaps it's for time flexibility. You make a lot of money, but don't have any time to enjoy it. So get back with your sponsor, your leadership that you're working with, and let them know the reason or reasons that you decided to build your Legal Shield business. The second part of the first step document says create your list. And as you'll see there on the document, it only has space for 10 contacts. However, we want you to get back with the sponsor or your recruiter, the person to introduce you to Legal Shield, and set up a game plan interview over the next 24 to 48 hours so they can help you go through some memory joggers that'll help you to expand your list to 100 or more contacts. Now, in your top 10, these are your 10 easiest people you can call and say, "Look, I'd like to come over tomorrow at 6 o'clock. What are you doing?" People that would say, "Sure, come on over," without asking a bunch of questions. These are your 10 easiest. We call them your hot prospects. Now, you'll also see there on your first step document some tools that you can use. Things like a pre-recorded call they can listen to, a flip book presentation you can go over at a coffee shop or at their home. Even if you have a tablet or an iPad, you can actually flip through a presentation. You see, third party is better than first party. So we want you to be the messenger, not the message. Your friends, your contacts, they know you as a dentist or an engineer, not a successful Legal Shield associate. And so please use third party as often as you can. In fact, we have what we call a customer relationship management system. It's an app right on your phone that'll keep track of all the contacts that you input on this tool. In fact, it'll start a campaign and help to follow up with that contact for you. So a lot of great tools that we have in place so that you don't have to be proficient at delivering this message in the beginning, because we want you to understand that with the limited time that you have, and perhaps not knowing a whole lot about Legal Shield right now, we can still help you to become successful and duplicate your efforts right away. The third part of the first step document is launching your business. You see, you can start your business or you can launch your business. In other words, you can talk to one person at a time, or you can put 5, 10, 15 people together all at one time. That's what I did. I had 3 private business receptions my first month. Now, on the first one, no one showed up, but my reason why kept me focused, I have a second one and then a third one. So you'll see there on your first step document, it says private business reception, or PBR. We want you to put that date and time down for your private business reception, and then get back with your sponsor or your leadership that you're working with. Let them know that you've assigned a date for that PBR so they can show you exactly how to have the most effective private business reception possible. I'm excited for you in launching your business. Now, not everybody can make it to your private business reception. And so on the next line, you'll see a private conference call, or PCC. Maybe someone has a babysitting challenge, or maybe someone works at night when you scheduled your private business reception. And so what you want to do is have a private conference call in addition to your private business reception. And that's simply people can, dial into a conference call from all over, and they can listen to an expert do a quick 15, 20-minute overview of Legal Shield. They say it makes sense to me. They either get the membership and or they become a business partner, and you didn't do anything except invite them to a phone call to listen in to an expert do the presentation. That's called a private conference call. So we want you to connect with your upline director and executive director. Preferably, you'll get back with your sponsor, your recruiter, and they'll assist you with doing welcome calls. Those are people who just want to say hello to you. In other words, they'll let you know that, sure, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You've got a group of people willing to support you and help you along the way. That was one of the most refreshing things for me. I realized that I had the support of others who had already traveled the path that I'm embarking upon. The final section of the first step document is getting plugged in and staying connected. Vitally important to all of us, because even though we've started this business individually, we work collectively with a group of people that are willing to help us. And so when you go to your basic training, you're going to learn the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s on how to become successful in Legal Shield. There's also a weekly briefing in your area. Your sponsor will help you to stay connected with those who are successful, just like yourself. Perhaps you're an insurance agent or a dentist. Wouldn't it be nice to meet another dentist that can share with you the insights on how they were able to be successful in their career, but yet still build a successful part-time Legal Shield business? There's also conference calls that you can plug into while you're in a car, on the way home from work, or maybe on your way to pick up the kids from school. You can listen to a conference call and learn from successful people and what they did to be successful in Legal Shield. And finally, personal development. My favorite, because if you want things to be better, you have to become better. In fact, we put together a CD called Why You, Why Now. And it's a CD that prepares you for the real journey that exists in Legal Shield. There are ups and there's downs. There's some discouraging times. And wouldn't it be great to learn how to navigate through that negativity? Well, there's a CD that helps you out with that. So in your starters kit that we send you, there's a next step CD series. Now, when I got started, to go learn from the #1 income earner, I had to travel 10 hours. Here, I interview the #1 and #2 money earners in all of Legal Shield, and we send them to your doorstep to teach you via an audio series. So it's awesome because you have an opportunity to listen to them when you work out, while you're driving in your car. We call it personal development. So here's your homework assignment. Your homework assignment is to get a promotion. It's to increase your profitability. How do you do that? Well, you become Fast Start qualified. When you set up your game plan interview with your sponsor, they're going to assist you in helping you to get that promotion. You get 1 point for a membership and 2 points when you recruit someone into your business. And so they're going to assist you with whatever route you like to take. They're going to help you to get Fast Start qualified. And once you're Fast Start qualified, you're on your way to Performance Club qualification if you're not already Performance Club qualified, which means you're on your way to the BMW. And we're excited for you to be able to share your testimony with your Legal Shield partners. Listen, we all have a story to share that's going to bless someone else. And when each one is willing to reach one, we'll all hit the top together. Congratulations again, and welcome to Legal Shield.